Sliderocket is a Flex-based rich internet application, software as a service, lots of buzzwords. The idea is it's an online presentation software. I think viscerally people get really excited about the UI and what it looks like and how it feels and sort of the choices we made around themes and animations and transitions. So that's usually people's first kind of like gut reaction is this thing's beautiful, I love it. But as they get more into it and as people have started diving deeper into the functionality, I mean, it's really been very broad. I mean, we get marketing people who are super excited about the control aspect. They've got these issues of sales guys who are, screwing up their presentation decks and they want to, pull back control and know what's being shown to people and update it dynamically. We've got sales teams that are really excited about the ability to send a presentation to somebody but not lose control over it. So they can expire it, they can view analytics about it. So they get really excited about that stuff. Before we even knew about Ribbit, people were asking us, what about voice? How do I make phone calls? How do I talk to people in the tool? We're presentation software. Presentation about communication. Sliderocket has the ability to send out presentations so people can view it, as well as do remote meetings like you might find with a WebEx, but we don't do voice. We don't do phone. And those are things that are really important when it comes to presenting. One, for getting feedback, and two, for communicating with your users. And so it seemed like Ribbit would be a great option to integrate with. And so I can send you a presentation, or I can post it on my website, and you can come to a slide, and on that slide there'll be a call to action that says, hey, call Mitch. You want to find out more about our product, give me a call right now and I'll answer the phone. And if you hit that button and you've got a microphone on your laptop or your computer, it'll connect you directly to me, and we can start a dialogue. And that's sort of the first step in what we foresee integrating with Ribbit. But then there's also the transcribing and the tracking and all the kind of logging around what happens with those phone calls. So a big aspect of Sliderocket is accountability and history and what happened with a presentation, and being able to go back and revisit those things down the road, so you can know who you presented to, maybe what they said, when they called you, what the messaging they gave you, all those sorts of things. And my understanding is that Ribbit gives me access to all that kind of information and allows me to keep it and store it. So again, really powerful kind of features. So Sliderocket has a plug-in architecture. It just dawned on me that there were tons of really talented ActionScript artists / designers / coders out there who I could take advantage of. And if I built a plug-in architecture, they could write plugins for Sliderocket, and that would extend the functionalities. With that in place, it became really trivial to integrate with Ribbit. In fact, so trivial I actually barely remember doing it because it's been a few months. It's probably about 9 lines of code. We wrote a little interface to allow you to type in the phone number and kind of a prompt, and then it creates a Ribbit request and fires it off, and has a little bit of logic around the hang up, which was just about it, and it just worked. It was pretty cool. Voice will always be, the most important communication medium out there, and so having tools that allow me to integrate that kind of functionality into my application, because it's just not something that I can build by myself or want to build by myself.